Well, good morning, everybody. We're in week 8 now. We're there. We're at the final, the finish line is just within sight. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about week 8 and what we need to do this week. All right, we're going to look at the objectives. We're going to summarize key ideas and principles you've gained throughout the course. This is one of those areas where the final reflection paper is going to ask you to do this and to describe personal disciplines that can contribute to success in various areas of your life. Compare and contrast how your assumptions and attitudes have changed throughout the course, taking everything that you've learned and what was revealed to you and how you managed to look at that and reflect and say, well, geez, this applies to me, or maybe I need to change that. And then finally, explain what steps might be implemented to affect the change in your life. So that will be part of what we're going through. Let's look at our readings. This week we have Covey, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, looking at habit 7, or sharpening the saw. And it's all about balancing your life and making sure that you take time for yourself as you need to so that your life doesn't become unbalanced and causes stress in your life. Okay, Smith, Courage and Calling, Chapter 11, Working with and Within Organizations. Most of you have expressed a desire to be pastor. Some of you are actually working on that, actively working on that now. And so this is the last chapter on, what we need to do as Christ-centered people, how to work with and within organizations. Okay, next up is the Assignment Skills Builder. It is a non-graded, it's putting the whole thing together with your reflection paper. We have already been working on a number of these elements, making sure that we have headings and introductions and all of that. It's what we've been working on the last 7 weeks, and by this time, almost everybody has that down exceedingly well, and I'm very glad and happy to tell you that. The final paper, your final paper is a reflection. And what we want to do is write about what you've learned in the course. It helps us to see, are we being effective? Are we not? And so we want you to take some of these questions, make sure that you answer them or you think about it, reflect on it, and incorporate that into your response for the paper. Tells you what kind of format we want to have on the paper as well. And you've been working on these types of assignments over the last 7 weeks, and I am confident that you will be able to put this whole thing together without any difficulty. ePortfolio, we have endorsements and kudos. What we want you to do is to um, create the last page, which is going to be, or tab, depending on how you set up your ePortfolio. And we want you to call it endorsements and kudos. And what we want you to do is to take some positive feedback that you've received, comments from others, and put it in your ePortfolio. It's something that I think is very good for you to do, as others have told you you've done a great job. It can be from this class, it can be from other classes, doesn't have to be from this one. Other classes is just fine, but what we want to hear is some positive feedback that you've gotten from others. Okay, and then we have the final review, and what I need for you to do is to complete all the elements in the checklist and then submit the URL so that I can look at your ePortfolio. Let's see, I believe the checklist, there it is. The checklist is in your resources folder, so you should be able to find what you need out of that. All right. And then finally, we have the discussion board, and the discussion board is basically looking at specific principles that you learned either from Courage and Calling or the 7 Habits, or both, that have helped you. And what we want you to do is to identify some of them that will help you succeed vocationally, academically, and spiritually. That would be a great one. Don't forget to comment on your classmates' postings. Finally, the last thing I want to remind you is that, oops, I didn't mean to do that, did I? The last thing I want to remind you is that we do have, under the announcements, we do have an evaluation that we very much would like for you to fill out. Let's see, there it is. It's at the end of the course evaluations, and there is the evaluation, the course evaluation link. Please do take some time to fill out the evaluation. It does help me. As an instructor, I need to know what I'm doing well. I need to know what I'm not doing well. Your feedback is the only way I can know how I'm doing. So please don't hesitate to fill that out. It's very helpful to us. It also, there'll be information there on the course. We want you to take that information or to provide us information on what worked well in the course and what didn't work well in the course. And again, that helps us to say, do we need to make any adjustments to the course? Okay, I think that's it. If we have any questions or concerns, please don't hesitate to email me. I will be available, um, for several weeks anyway. You can email me anytime. Let me know how you're doing. If you decided to take pastorships in other areas, what's going on in your life? I love to hear from my students at any time. Let's see, I think that's it. You guys have a great week.